Hey guys, welcome to Wild Hope Homestead. It's been a bit of a long week here. I've had some sickness. I'm still a bit sick, so yep, even less things getting done, but I'm getting better. It's Wyatt, daily is sun. Isn't much of a nice curve in them, but some variation in breeding that could be important. You guys have got dirty feed our faces. Little frog is getting well fed. Look at his little round tummy. He's looking better than he was when we found him. Angus is learning the responsibility of catching flies for him. I'm just unloading the chicken feed at the moment. All these eggs are sitting there because I'm trying to figure out who's the who's from the two different groups now, but this is how we unload the chicken food. So I have these two big storage tubs, one for layer pellets and one for grower pellets, and they each can hold 3 bags of 20 kg pellets, which is what most pellet bags are these days. So to reduce strain on my back, I'd use a bit of leverage from just either leaving it in the wheelbarrow or, where's my chick feed bin? Oh, that's behind there. Or I sit it on my chick feed bin, which is a black plastic bin. I have that, sometimes I have that sitting here when that's got chick feed in it. And I'll sit a bag on top of, quickly hoist a bag on top of that. And then we undo. It's always handy to know which edge is the side that you pull the string from. There's usually one side where it works well. Loosen up that front bit, pull the string, and then pull the tape. I'll try not to make a big mess. I usually do this with more than one hand. So I just open it up. Best lighting at the moment, but this is where I keep my 2 main tubs of feed at the bottom of my chicken shelves. the layer feed, first one, and the grower pellets over there. Those are empty at the moment because we don't have any teenagers on grower feed. So these are called Easy Storage Bunker, heavy duty storage tub, 120 litres, and those are from Bunnings. I have a plastic rubbish bin, smaller rubbish bin that I use for the chick feed, but that's in the corner in storage at the moment since we don't have any chicks. So chicken food manufacturers generally recommend that you keep food for no more than 4 weeks because it starts to deteriorate. It can go mouldy or rancid, and the nutrition will go down over time as well. So generally you don't want to stock up on masses and masses of food, just what you're going to use in the next month. So these tubs are fine for our amount of chickens for a little while. I usually end up with 1 or 2 bags sitting around on the floor at times, but I try not to do that very much because rodents will inevitably find them and chew a hole in the bottom or the side, and food will come pouring out, and they'll have a steady supply to keep their population going, which is not great. I like to use these tubs, these heavy duty storage tubs, rather than like a wheelie bin or something, which is another option. You can use wheelie bins or barrels, but because I'm prone to back issues, something that's lower down is much better for me, so that's what works for us. We've got a bunch of rain coming in the forecast next week, so we're going to try and get the potatoes out. Well, hopefully we've got some potatoes. We're going to see, dig them out as a little family activity. We got some potatoes! Yay! They may not be very big because, well, wasn't a good season for many things at all, but anything's better than nothing, especially since they were all free potatoes.
That's a tiny one.
Just have to extricate the squash plant. Oh, crikey. I think I may have broken that, but anyway. We go back over there.
Oh, there's a one tiny baby potato. We got tiny baby potato.
Scarlett's helping. Good job.
There's one right here.
She's looking. Are you looking for potatoes?
She said she went up to here.
Put it in the bucket. Good job.
Can you put this in the bucket? Good job.
Steve's taking down the dead, dying tomatoes. poor sad garden. Oh no, you lost your gumboot. Well, we didn't get a great potato harvest, but we got something, which is better than nothing. I mean, I got them in late. I didn't use seed potatoes, I used store-bought potatoes that had sprouted, although some of them not particularly well, and a few of our potatoes from last season that had popped up in the garden. The guys dug up most of the ground, which was pretty swamped by weeds too, so hopefully we got them all. We probably may have missed some. It wasn't actually a very big patch that we planted either. It was like less than half a row, only, maybe 2 metres, a bit over 2 metres, yeah, not very big space at all, but this is what we got. Just a few potatoes, most of them are little, but I mean, considering I didn't pay for any seed potatoes or anything, it's still something that we can eat. It just wasn't a great season. We had all the rain as well, so much rain, they just got diseased pretty quickly, as well as getting swamped by weeds, so, and all our life circumstances meant I didn't get to do anything in terms of weeding or anything really. The squash, on the other hand, has done well, considering I put 0 effort into that, but they even sowed themselves. There, got 1 in there, got 3 in there, and we've got another one over there, and probably more in there somewhere. So that's something to look forward to. Harvesting the potatoes part B, when I went back and looked at a video and realised I had planted potatoes about up to the halfway marker. I'm just having to pull, oh that's a good one, I'm going to pull the squash back because it's actually rooted in there. Put them in the hole. So we've got some more potatoes to get out, which is good, but tricky. Oh dear. He chopped his head off. Alright, put him in the hole. There's a walnut. That's not helpful. Just go carefully.
You're right, Mummy.
That's not a potato. Let's leave the dirt in the garden, bud.
I wasn't trying to throw it.
Oh, there's a little one. Yeah, because it looks like there was a hole there and a hole there. This was the ones at this end were ones I dug up from the garden that I volunteered from little ones that were left last time. So these are home-grown, home-continued potatoes. So that's good to know. That worked well. That's the stem there, so there could be more around there. Filling up our hole. We need to go back and get the bucket again. Whee! Yes, we found another one. Oh no, you broke his arm off. Wow, wow.
Doesn't matter.
These ones are the best ones. We just about missed the best ones.
Here it is.
It's because they were grown from garden potatoes instead of the store-bought ones. Watch out, wormy. Nope, the worm. Watch out for the worm.
This is a long arm.
Yeah, let's just dig the dirt around them so we... Oh, what? That's not just an arm, that's like another whole potato, isn't it?
No, that was the one that broke off from
It
there.
must have been really big. Okay, we have to carefully excavate around it. That wasn't... Where is it? Where is it?
That's the chopped off thing.
That wasn't his arm, that was his head. Chopped his head off. Yes. These ones are definitely the best. Right, we're just gonna, I think, save our little potatoes, homegrown potatoes, to plant next season. So we've probably got twice as many as we had at the start after that. The biggest ones were definitely at that end of the row. Just need to weigh them. So we got 5.9 kgs that's gone around again. In the end, a bunch of we can call gourmet potatoes, little baby ones, and that's not including the smallest ones. A bunch of small ones in there, which I might save for planting in some way. I'll have a think about that. So 5.9 kgs is not bad in the end. It's a lot better than it was than I originally thought. And the potatoes that were ones would be just little potatoes that got left behind in the ground from last season, agria potatoes, and then they sprouted and then I dug them up and planted them. The ones that were from those plants did a lot better with bigger potatoes, and I guess they got a bit of a head start too. The store-bought ones got planted a little bit later, some of them. They just didn't do as well. But all the potatoes got a bit, but knocked back a bit early by blight from all the rain too. I've got Egyptian walking onions, potato onions, and I saved the smallest potatoes. Can you see them down there? This is not generally the recommended method, but I thought I might as well use the smaller ones and see what I can do with them. I'll have a think about how I can maybe start them earlier and transplant them carefully or what. I'll have a think about that and supplement them with maybe, hopefully, some heritage seed potatoes. Hello. I just got a few weeds pulled out from the front plot, just a few. Steve's weed wet the veggie garden piles, which is great. Looks better already, even though the garden looks like a mess. Everything dying off. It's just Scarlett and I here for dinner tonight, so I'm going to cook up some of the smallest of the potatoes that we just dug up. How's that for garden to table? Lovely new agria potatoes. I'm just going to boil them. This is a job for the chicken fat that I saved from the broth. It will go very nicely mixed in with the potatoes once they're cooked. This is also a job for garlic powder, because I don't have time to use fresh garlic. And our usual friends, salt and pepper. Right, we got chicken fat, garlic powder, salt, pepper, and I tipped some of the gravy from our chicken in there too. It's got some cooked chicken pieces out of the freezer for a quick meal because somebody's not cooperating. And we're almost there. Now we need to put the potatoes in. The little potatoes into the pot and mix them up. They smell amazing, so hopefully they taste amazing too. Nice and garlicky. Da, 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 da. Super fast dinner. Thanks for joining us today, guys. Choose to grow hope, and we'll see you next time. Bye.